The secret to losing 130 pounds of body fat. Welcome back to LiveLeanTV for Women. I'm your host, Jessica Guthrow, helping you get and stay lean for the rest of your life. Today we're doing a Q&A, but I will not be the one answering the questions on today's episode. I'm excited to introduce you guys to our newest member of the LiveLeanTV family. Coach Jeremy has joined our team, is now taking on clients, and I want you guys to get to know a little bit of his backstory, his history. It's just incredible how he's been able to lose 130 pounds of fat himself and keep it off for 10 years now. So Jeremy, welcome to LiveLeanTV. We're so excited to have you as a member of our group and helping our clients accelerate and get amazing results. So let's hear a little bit more about you and how we met. How did you first discover LiveLeanTV, and when was the first time we met?
I actually followed Jessica on a live kind of talk show style thing called Blab a long time ago, actually like 2 Novembers ago, I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that. She was doing a live show with another trainer, and everything she was saying, she was talking about nutrition and fitness and just overall philosophy of this lifestyle. And everything she was saying, I was like, yes, 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 that's exactly what I believe. That's exactly what I've been preaching for so long. And so I contacted her and I said, you know, we have to do a live show together. You and me have to do a live show. And we did several of them, and they were successful. And then Brad and Jessica invited me to do a couple YouTube videos for the Live Lean channel. You might recognize me as the gym douche.
Yeah, I remember. We just clicked. We just agreed on all of our philosophies, and we're so in line with our vision. All right, so my next question for you. When was the moment or the event in your life when you knew that it was time for a change and you decided to make it happen?
You know, there's actually a longer story to this, but I'll keep it really short. One day I just woke up and took a really good look at my life and realized that I deserved better than to be living the way that I was living. I deserved to treat myself better than I did. At that time, I was drinking a tremendous amount of alcohol, smoking 2 packs a day. I was well over 300 pounds. I had massive eating disorders, just horrible habits all the way around. And I think, you know, not I think, when I came to this realization and realized and actually made a decision that I deserved better, that's when my standards raised. My standards for living raised. And when that happens, you must change.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the first goal you set for yourself. Did you start out knowing you were going to lose 130 pounds, or did you start with smaller, more achievable goals?
You know, I don't think that I mean, I didn't really keep in mind that I needed to lose like 130 pounds. I knew I needed to lose a lot. And as much as I preach setting goals and how important that is now to my clients, I didn't do that. I knew I needed to change. And so I identified the things in my life that I knew had to go. And I knew I needed to get more active. So I joined a gym. I had 0 gym experience at that point. I went in, I saw an elliptical. That looks like something I could do, I thought, you know, so I got on and I had to have looked like just an absolute walrus on this thing. But I did it. And you know what? I did it for myself. I didn't care what anyone else was thinking. And it was just wildly successful when I stayed consistent and just kept pushing it.
So let's talk a little bit about how long it took you, because it's one of the most common questions I get from my clients. How long until I get there? So tell us, how long did it take you to reach your ultimate goal? And was the process linear, or was it kind of like zigzag with progress and setbacks?
How long did it take me to get to my ultimate goal? I still don't think I'm at my ultimate goal. I don't know. You know, I've set goals. I've set big goals, what I would call ultimate goals, you could say, along the way. You know, after I lost a majority of the weight, I started lifting weights and getting into bodybuilding, and I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So I did that, dove in head first, and I competed in bodybuilding. And then I wanted to get strong, so I started training with powerlifters, and I wanted to compete in powerlifting, so I did. And then after that, you know, I really dove headfirst into online coaching and helping other people that had, you know, struggling with the same things that I had started with. And now, you know, I still care about my physique. I still train hard 5-6 days a week. But I think as far as goal-wise, my goal right now is to help as many people as possible. I want to reach as many people as possible and change lives. That's what I'm really passionate about right now.
So I know that you love food just as much as we do. So can you tell us a little bit about how you indulge on your favorite foods and what's your favorite cheat meal?
Now we're talking, baby. Ultimate cheat food. Pizza and ice cream. Pizza and ice cream. It's always pizza. It's always been pizza. You know, what's funny though is that even though pizza was probably my biggest binge food, that and candy, binge food 12 years ago when I was obese, I had a very, very bad relationship with food and pizza especially. And so I did have to take kind of a break from pizza, and until I got to a point where I was in control over food rather than food being in control over me. And that's really something that I coach really hard with my clients that are struggling with that same thing. Is, you know, we've got to get to a point where we're not distracting ourselves emotionally or coping emotionally with food. And once we are in control, you know, pizza once in a while is not a bad thing. I have a weekly cheat meal now. Every week, every 2 weeks, and it's always pizza, always, and ice cream. I love it.
So I know you have a lot of experience in the fitness industry. You've been working with clients for over 6.5 years now. What is your favorite part, the best part of being an online fitness coach?
I have been an online coach for over 4 years, strictly online. I've been in the fitness industry. I owned my own gym and did in-person personal training and group fitness and that stuff. I've been in it for years before that, but I've been online training exclusively for over 4 years, and I absolutely love it. It's a way for me to service more people than I would be able to if it was just one-on-one, because, you know, I can spread my time, and it's amazing to work with people in different parts of the world. I've had the privilege of working with people in almost every continent. And then taking it further, I've had people fly me out several places around the world, great places, and do some kind of hardcore coaching sessions one-on-one over like a long weekend or whatever. And so online training has really changed my life as far as just being able to reach different cultures, reach different people, and get outside the little shell of my town and help people that are struggling with this, with what I'm passionate about, anywhere in the world. And it's been absolutely fantastic. I love what I do.
I completely agree. That's actually my favorite part too. I love the fact that we can reach clients all over this globe, and the internet takes down those limitations of where we are or what time of day we can see each other. All right, Jeremy, if there was one secret to losing massive amounts of weight, what would that secret be?
Well, I can tell you right now, there's several secrets. They're not really secrets, but there are several keys to losing massive amounts of weight. If you have massive amounts of weight to lose, the first thing you need to do is absolutely, without a doubt, you have to work on your mind. You have to work on your brain. You are not going on a diet. You are not just getting the weight off. You know, you're changing your entire lifestyle, because the way that you've been living, likely for decades, is not working for you. And so you have to go into this with a very different mindset than the person that's just looking to lose 5 pounds and tighten up a little bit. You know, you have to completely change your relationship with food. You have to change your relationship with exercise and probably many habits in your life. And so the secret is you've got to go about it mentally very differently, and then consistency. You have to stay consistent. Not every day, not every week, not every month is going to be all puppies and rainbows, but it's those that stick with it. I never, ever, ever gave up on myself, ever. And I really, truly think that was the key to my success. I didn't know what I was doing. I trialed and errored. I was my own scientist. And that really was the key to my success, is the fact that I never gave up. Some of the things I tried didn't work. They did not work. But some of the other things I did worked massively well. And so the key here is that I never gave up. And that is, you know, probably the biggest. I think, if anything, don't give up. Stay consistent. Work on your mind, work on the mental state along the way, but do not give up on yourself. Never. You're never going back to the way that you lived before.
So I'm sure you hear this from clients sometimes too. Sometimes people think that because of their particular situation, or because of their genetics or something going on in their life, that it will be impossible for them to be as successful with weight loss as you were.
Yeah, this is common, very common, because we all are routed to not take the hard road. We really are. We're routed to take the easy route. We don't like pain. We don't like discomfort. And so when you're talking about doing something that's hard, when you're talking about doing something that's challenging, we will come up with every excuse under the book to not do it. I don't have enough money. I have kids. I have 2 jobs. I have a spouse. I take care of my parents. My town doesn't have a gym in it. I don't have a car. I can't afford food. Whatever it might be, we all will make up whatever excuse we need to tell ourselves to hold ourselves back. And that's our limiting belief, right? That's the glass ceiling that we build for ourselves. What we need to do is stop the BS. We need to stop the BS, and we need to just look at this very simply. There are things that we can all do in our lives right now, especially those that need to lose massive amounts of weight like I did. There are very simple things that you're intaking and movement that you're doing that don't require money, don't require a gym. That was my dog saying hi on video. Don't require a gym. They don't require anything extra from you other than effort. And so these things you can implement right away, and you can actually make great progress without spending a dime. So if money's your excuse, that's out the window. You can do very short, start with short workouts. You don't need 3-hour-long workouts. So if you have kids and all this and you don't have time, 20 minutes in your own bedroom before you go to bed or first thing when you wake up. So it's all excuses. We're gonna make excuses for ourselves, but we can't allow ourselves to do that. We have to get real and do what we can. Just be honest with ourselves and do what we can. When I started, just to give you an example, I had 3 jobs. I had multiple jobs. In fact, I might even have more than that. I believe I had 3 jobs. I was working like a madman. I was commuting 60 miles each way from my house to my first job. I, had a brand new baby. I was married. I had another 6-year-old daughter. I mean, I was broke. Like I was crazy broke. I could have made every excuse under the sun, but I did what I had to do. I worked overtime. If I worked overtime, I could get protein powder. If I didn't, no protein powder. I did what I had to do. I made sacrifices along the way, but I never gave up. And then you've got to have that same mentality. You got to have that same mindset.
And my last question for you, if you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, which exercise would you choose?
Oh, only one exercise. What kind of torture is this? Let's see. One exercise. If I'm thinking strictly results-based, the deadlift. I would probably just do the deadlift. If I could only do one, I'd do the deadlift. It works the most amount of muscles in your body. I think it's rated the #1 exercise or #2 to the squat, one of those. And so I think it'd probably be the deadlift for results. It's certainly not my favorite, although I'm pretty strong on deadlift. It's not my favorite. If I had to pick my favorite to do forever, probably good old-fashioned like bicep curls or something, or shoulder presses. I love shoulder day. I love arm day. So it'd probably be one of those.
Awesome, Jeremy. Thank you so much for answering these questions for our viewers today and helping us all get to know you a little bit better. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more of Jeremy on this channel. He is now part of our Live Lean family. He's already taking on some of our custom coaching clients. And if you're ready to take the leap and invest in your results and really see dramatic transformation just like Jeremy has, we have spots available for you. Go to liveleantv.com/coaching and you can read all about me and Jeremy and what we do as coaches and how we help clients get to that next level of fitness and really dial it in. As always, thank you guys so much for watching Live Lean TV for Women. We really appreciate your support and involvement on this channel. Please leave a comment, give this video a like, and share it with a friend. And I'll see you guys next Thursday with the next episode. Keep living lean.